I crafted 10,000 beacons in Minecraft Hardcore and it wasn't easy, but the end result was amazing. I spent more than 100 hours grinding this video, so consider subscribing and let's get straight into it. One day while scrolling through YouTube, I got recommended I crafted 1,000 beacons in Minecraft Hardcore and I was like, I got heavily inspired by Jahida, so I decided to craft 10,000 beacons for myself. According to my calculation, we need about 30,000 skulls, that's 10,000 nether stars, 40,000 glass, and 30,000 obby. I thought that this project was going to be easy, but then I realized you need a separate wither rose farm in order to create a giant skeleton farm. There was one major problem that I faced while creating this. It's that I'm a huge fan of mods, so whenever I play Minecraft, it's generally with mods that add really cool texture and make your Minecraft hardcore experience even harder. So I added this mod called Dragon's Loot. In this mod, there's a mob called Enderman Hog, which spawns right next to Enderman. So where Enderman spawns, these hogs spawns. So what happens is that raids collide with each other and Endermen don't spawn that much and these guys do, which makes the farm inefficient. According to my initial plan, I was going to AFK for about 4 hours, but it ended up taking 8 hours because of this warthog problem. It was really annoying. I had to check every 2 hours and kill him. Trust me, it wasn't fun.
2,000 years later.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? That's a lot of roses. After inventorying and managing, I knew it was about to go down and we were about to have a lot of fun. Before I start this farm, I just wanted to give everyone an overview how you can make it and how easy it is. This farm can be made in any nether fortress, but it has to be inside the perimeter of the nether fortress and you need to have a proper knowledge of Lithmatica and how to use redstone and basic stuff. This farm works on the principle that only wither skeletons can spawn on wither roses. So by using wither roses, you can concentrate the spawn rate and thus increase the rates and make your farm much efficient. If you want to increase the rates to 3 to 4 times, what you can do is you can create a perimeter of like a 527 by 527 underneath this nether fortress, and you can also start by mob proofing everything by placing lava just so that other mobs don't spawn, only wither skeletons spawn. I didn't feel like making a perimeter, so I thought of blowing everything up with TNT. Do you guys feel that I made this farm just for their heads? Well, if you're thinking, you're completely wrong. I made this so I can get friends, so I can get popular, and my other 2 friends can think that I'm cool. This 30 to 40 second clip, which you're about to see right now, took me a week to do. So, isn't that amazing how you can, with the help of technology, you can combine like a week into like 30 seconds? What happens when you throw up upside down? Does it come out of your mouth? Does it go back inside? Does it get neutralized? Because you're throwing up and then you're throwing it upside down. So like, does it go back into your stomach? Does it come out of the other hole? Does it come out of your ears? That's a really good question. I'm gonna Google that. I just Googled it and I went straight to the images. Guys, don't do that. The real reason why it's sometimes possible and sometimes not possible, it totally depends upon what food you ate. If you ate something like Taco Bell with like double Chick-fil-A sauce and something, you're totally gonna puke if you go upside down because you're gonna have a weird reaction. But in some cases, you don't tend to throw up because there's like a wall called a sphincter that's protecting your thing of esophagus from your stomach. I'm not good in biology, man. Before you guys bombard me with fake comments that you're cheating, I would just like to say that I use modded armor and might be messed up in replay mod, so forgive me. Did you guys know in order to sleep, we have to first pretend to sleep? Everyone watching, stop what you're doing. Look at your keyboard or open something in your phone and look at the G key. It looks like that it's an arrow spinning in anti-clockwise direction. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You guys know that there's an unspoken rule that you're only supposed to take 1 piece of cake at a single time. But if you think about it, a whole cake is just a single piece. So if someone tells you to get 1 piece, you could just technically grab the whole cake. Now came the most boring part of this project. That was to AFK for 9 days straight without doing anything. I found this time period very beneficial. I was able to get twice the work done, and sometimes taking a rest is just better than playing.
2,000 years later.
Guys, we did it! We have gathered over 1 million heads, divide that by 100, in Minecraft, and it took me 700 days, but I finally did it. Now the only thing left is to go to my gold farm, get some soul sand, go to my obby farm, get some obby, go to my sand farm, get some sand, smelt it, combine all these, and let's make a giant pyramid. It feels so nice whenever I open my statistics and see that number. It just uplifts my mood, man. That's amazing. Before doing anything, we first need to convert these heads into stars. This farm is very simple to create, and it works on the principle that withers take suffocating damage inside bedrock. And it also has a backup system, so if you run out of skulls, nothing gets wasted, nothing blows up, and you're always safe and you don't die in your hardcore. I also saved plenty of times in farms where I didn't have to physically stand there, and like my player didn't have to stand there, because I used carpet mod, which lets you spawn a player, an imaginary player that AFKs that does everything for you. I got really bored from playing survival. I wanted to do something fun, something out of the ordinary, so I decided to fight 50 withers at the same time. But the main problem was that I had never done this before, so I didn't know anything about the timing, how to spawn, where to spawn, what to do, and how to do it. So I started off by spawning 4 withers and tried to kill them. It turned out pretty well because I had deep slate above me and they couldn't escape, and it was very easy. I decided to go to a very large cave and put 20 withers on each side and place 2 heads on all of them so I can just prime them up and just start them whenever I feel like it. But that's where the problem came. As I already told you guys that whenever withers spawn, they do explosive damage, and I didn't know the perfect timing, so I didn't feel like losing my hardcore world, though I was saying before that, but you know, it's 2 years of hardcore, man. I started in 2019 and I don't want to lose it just to a single explosion. I wanted to lose like an epic ending where I'm fighting like 10,000 bosses. Anyways, after 2 minutes of solid bowing, I realized that they were too high and the ceiling was too big and I couldn't hit them properly. So I decided to jump in a hole, and rest is history. With this method, I was able to hit them without them hitting me. Then came a time where they were able to penetrate to the ground and reach me, but this was a good thing because I was able to do a lot more damage with my sword and I was able to kill a lot more withers. I wanted to have some fun, but this became very hectic and I panicked a lot. I didn't want to lose my world. In the end, I just won. I'm a legend. Let's go. Now that I was able to save my world from the withers, I decided to go to my sand farm, get some sand, smelt that into glass, get some obby, get some stars and combine them, make a smooth montage, and make that giant platform, and finally get some sleep. To help me with my crafting, I installed the Tweakeroo mod. You just need everything in your inventory and it automatically crafts everything for you. It did take the same amount of time because you do have to click and everything. Comparatively, it felt easier. While coming to an end, I realized that I couldn't make a giant pyramid because beacons cause lag and I didn't want to play in a laggy world, so I just created a giant iron block platform and placed 1 layer of beacon, and it still looked amazing. Whenever you're standing between those 10,000 beacons, it really looks like you're standing in heaven. It looks really crazy. I really enjoyed it, so if you guys like it, consider subscribing, and if you guys want me to make a part 2, let's hit 100,000 likes because I don't really want to do this again. Did I ever tell you that I have a pet dragon? Ain't that cool?